Yasas, Kalispera, good evening. Today is Sunday, October 27th, 2024. Currently about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 21 degrees Celsius, and it is 6 p.m. in the evening here in Athens. I am headed to the airport. Up ahead is Omonia Station, my hotel just a couple of blocks down there. This is the cheap hotel part of Athens. So I have a flight tonight, 11 p.m. in, I guess that's 5 hours. So plenty of time here. I will catch the metro. That takes about an hour, and I have to wait for the next train. They go every about 30 minutes, so wanted to leave extra time. I am not going to reveal where I'm going, leave it a little mystery, but I am flying to the Middle East. I'm going to rule out a few countries where I obviously wouldn't go if I had any sense, which I try to have. So I'm not going to Israel. I'm not going to Palestine. I'm not going to Iraq. I learned recently that the airport in Iraq was closed because Iran was shooting missiles, of course, at Israel, and Iraq is in the way. So missiles going right over Iraq, so can't fly in there. And I'm also, of course, not going to go to Lebanon, which is also involved in the war. Okay, time to get a ticket here. Got my ticket, 9 euros, that is $10 US, but that is because it is to the airport. If you're just going around Athens, it's only €1.20. So there's the airport. I need the blue line. However, I'm here at Omonia, and the blue line does not go through here. So I have to take the red to Hellenico, 2 stops, change at Syntagma. And so my flight is 3.5 hours. It cost 239 euros, that is $258 US one way, including luggage. But it is just going to be a quick stop in that country. It is a country that I've been to once before for just a few days, and so I'm just stopping for a couple of days this time, and then making another stop in the Middle East for another couple of days. So these are almost kind of layover stops, just to see a little bit on the way to where I am ultimately landing in 5 days from now, and will stay for a while. Okay, red to Hellenico to the right. Okay, here a train has just, oops, other side, okay. Oh boy, 6 minutes. And here we go, 2 stops to Syntagma. To airport. Let's see how good my timing was here with the next train. People on the platform, so that's probably a good sign that a train didn't just leave, at least. All right, what have we got? Huh. No, down there. So, as I discussed in my last video, then I was considering seeing more Greek islands. But there was the ferry strike while I was on Paros Island. Okay. Plakentias, but I think that doesn't get you to the airport. There we go. Next airport, 16 minutes, so I got time. Okay. Let's wander out of the way here and wrap a couple things up. So, there was a ferry strike, which was one of the things that had messed up my plans. As I discussed, then I was hoping to get to 60 Greek islands this time. I'm at 59 now. I went to Salamina right near Athens here. That was number 59. And then was headed out, and my whole route was based on visiting new Greek islands, Kymilos and Sikanos. But those plans got messed up because of the high winds, which canceled boats over to Kymilos from Milos, and then there was the ferry strike. So after visiting my friends Christos and Nicole on Paros, then I was considering catching another ferry from there to maybe Sikanos and go see Sikanos, and maybe even go back to Milos to see Kymilos and then fly out of Milos. So the ferry strike was for 2 days, the days that I was on Paros. So it was supposed to be finished the next day after the last video, hanging out with Christos and Nicole. Then I was thinking that I would either catch a ferry back to Athens or go to another island. So after that video, filming that day exploring around, then I got back to my room and was looking at the potential ferries leaving Paros. The problem was there were none, 0, whereas there had been, like that morning or the previous night or something, I looked and there was a ferry, perfect timing, from Paros to Athens, and then I was going to check other ferries going to other places. But nothing was coming up. Nothing was coming up for the next day either. Finally I remembered, oh yeah, ferry strike. Did it get extended? I looked online, sure enough, story right there, ferry strike extended for 2 more days. So with that, I just was not willing to stick around for another couple days. Maybe the ferry strike would be extended again, who knows. So I just wanted to get on with my life and get on to the next country. So that determined my plans. So there you go. Then I checked various flights, Gazas. So here we have a train, but not going to take this one because not going to be an airport. Train. So then I started making other plans, and that is what is now happening. So this isn't going to be a particularly exciting video. It's just going to be all inside because it's, you know, dark out there, and my flight is at 11. It lands at 3:30 in the morning. It's an hour later, the time zone. So landing in the middle of the night. I have a hotel there reserved for tonight, so I'll get there if all goes smoothly. Middle of the night, get some sleep, and yes, I will tell you where I'm going once I arrive in this country. Okay, probably another 10 minutes or so till the airport train. And here it comes. Let's hope that I get a seat. Maybe not. Ooh, I see one. Nope, too late. And here we go, Athens International Airport. It is now about 7:10. My flight is at 11, so I'm early. Oh boy, looks a little tight. All right, let's see if I can check in early. It's almost 4 hours to my flight. My airline is Aegean. So they are a popular airline. Seems likely that the check-in counter will be open, so I think probably I'll be able to check in now, get rid of the backpack, get through security, and go through passport control. I am leaving the Schengen zone, of course. Well, my flight is not up there. Departure flights, lots of international destinations. Okay, Aegean Airlines, 102 to 138. But why is my flight not up there? Let's find out. See if it's on here. Looks like they have more flights up here. Boom. Okay. It's on that board. All right. 102 to 138. So this way. So far, so good. Bag checked. Still need to go through security and passport control. But first, I want to change some money. I have some euros left here. 60 euros. So I'm going to change it into the currency for the country where I'm going to. Let's see if this works. What do I get with 60 euros? This is your first hint where I'm going. Here we go. Boom. 100, 50, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 195. So not an amazing exchange rate, but not terrible either. I might have gotten a better rate at the airport in the country where I'm going to, but because I'm landing at 3:30 in the morning, then I just don't want to deal with it. I just want to have currency, mostly just for the taxi getting from the airport to my hotel. I have a hotel for tonight so that when I arrive, then it is available to me. So there we go. That should definitely cover the taxi, I hope. I don't really know the prices all that well, even though I have been to the country before, but I think that should do it. It is kind of a long taxi ride, like 40 minutes from the airport into the city center, but hopefully that will cover it. All right, let's get through the other checkpoints here, security and passport control. All right, all checked in through security, through passport control, and now officially out of the Schengen zone once again. So it is currently 8:05 p.m., flight at 11, so I have almost 3 hours, or a little more than 2 hours before boarding begins. My philosophy when it comes to flights is I would rather be sitting at the airport board than in a taxi or in a line stressed out that I'm going to miss my flight. So at least it is a fairly big airport, so there will be things to do, things to drink. I am going to an alcohol-free zone, the next 2 countries. So let's get a drink of some sort, take a seat, and get started working away on editing this video. All right, what have we got here? Greek deli and cuisine. Let's keep on cruising. Get a little deeper into the airport and see if there's like a pub, sort of an atmosphere. I'm guessing there will be. And got a little bottle of white wine here for 6.90 euros. That is about $7.50. Time to get to work here. So, files copied to my laptop, editing program open, and I thought that I would sort of narrow things down a little bit more. This is the Wikipedia page for the Middle East, so I thought that I would go through all of the countries of the Middle East as Wikipedia lists them, some of which are a bit debatable, but I will narrow it down just a little bit more. So the first country in the Middle East here I had never heard of, and it is not actually a country, but it is called Akrotiri and Dhekelia. Never heard of that in my life. That is a British military base on the island of Cyprus, so you can rule that one out. You can also rule out Cyprus. It is highly debatable whether that is actually the Middle East. It is certainly very close geographically to the Middle East, but many people consider it to be part of Europe. But I've been there a number of times before, not going to Cyprus. Next is Bahrain. So I've already been to Bahrain. You can strike that one off the list. The little Gulf states are extremely boring, and I wouldn't go back to them by choice unless it was a matter of some sort of a layover flight. And then next is Egypt. You can cross that one off as well. I was just there, and it is also kind of debatable whether it is actually part of the Middle East, because it is also part of Africa, more specifically North Africa. But I was just there a couple of weeks ago. And then next is Iran, so we'll leave that one on the list. Iraq, I said, is already off. Israel, already off. Jordan, that's an option. Kuwait, again, I have been there before. Little Gulf state, wouldn't go back unless I had to for some practical reason. Lebanon, I already said, off the list. Oman, that's an option. Palestine, I've said, off the list. Qatar, that is an option. Saudi Arabia, that is an option. Syria, that is an option. Turkey, also off the list because I was just there, and also a little bit debatable whether it is really part of the Middle East, since it is sort of part of Europe and Western Asia. And then United Arab Emirates, that is an option. Yemen, that is an option, but you can strike that one off the list basically because that is a very sketchy country to travel to. All right, time to make some progress on this video.
ريال ها؟
ريال.
انجليش 285.
This is too much.
لا هذا هذا 50 كيلومتر. والله
I think it's too much.
No. 200 كويس. Okay. No.
150.
No.
I have.
No.
Okay.
Okay. هذه.
Yeah.
وكم ريال؟
Okay.
السلام عليكم.
All right, so I have arrived. I am in Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. It is 5:15 in the morning. I am a total wreck here. That was not the introduction or the welcome that I was expecting for this country. It's actually my second time to Saudi Arabia. I went to Jeddah just for a few days. That was a year or two ago. So as you saw in that video there, the taxi driver ripped me off. I was not expecting that to be the case here in Saudi Arabia, a very developed country and very strict laws, etc. So that is the receipt that he gave me. Not sure if it is written on there. Here it says 200, which is what I ended up paying him, but he was asking for 285. I knew that that was overpriced because I checked online the price for the taxi before arriving here, and I had found like 70 to 150, that is Saudi Arabian Riyal. So to put things in perspective and also to get a handle on the exchange rates, then the price for the visa, I got a visa on arrival, so I don't need any sort of an advanced visa. So it was 395 Saudi Arabian Riyal, which included medical insurance, and 395 is $104 US. So basically 4 to 1. So 285, that is in the range of 80, more than $80, I think, something like that, which is just, totally, no, maybe that isn't right. No, that's not quite right. I can't do math right now. 100 would be $25. So yeah, that is getting close to, like $70 or something like that. That was a long ride, but like 30 minutes or so. Anyways, 285 is what he's asking. I had 195 as I showed after exchanging currency there. And so I pulled out 150, hoping that if he did try to overcharge me, because I was anticipating that that might happen when I didn't have a confirmed price there. And so instead of the 200, then I pulled out 150 in case he tried to charge me too much, thinking, well, 150 seems like it's, reasonable-ish. And so then you saw what happened there, and then he saw that I was filming, and he had a problem with that, and he was trying to get me to delete the file. And I was just saying, like, I don't know, I'm tired. He didn't speak English, so I was just acting like I don't know what's going on or whatever, because I wanted to have the clip just in case. So finally he just left. And then I got checked in at the hotel here. Everything is cool here. Nice guy, he speaks good English. I asked him how much would the taxi normally be to the hotel, and he said like 120 to 150. So he was trying to double charge me. And so the 200 that I paid wasn't like a crazy ripoff or anything, but still, it is just like the stress and the bad feeling of having to deal with that when you arrive in a country. But all is over now. From my taxi back to the airport, I will have them book it for me. It should be more reliable that way. So anyways, Saudi Arabia, I am not planning any big adventures here, just going to cruise around the city. So tomorrow I will have the day after sleeping, so just the afternoon, and then the next day after that. So just a quick stop here. So I need to call this done and get some sleep. Quick tour of the room. So because I had arrived so late, they had canceled my reservation. Because on booking.com, the latest arrival that you can enter in is 2 a.m. the next day. And so I had entered that in, even though I knew that I was landing at 3:30 in the morning and wouldn't get here until, 5 or something like that. And so I arrive at the desk and he says, yeah, we canceled it because you hadn't arrived and it wasn't prepaid online. And so basically they gave me a free upgrade, same price that I would have paid, but then I got a 2-bedroom apartment here that I don't need any of this, but kitchen, bathroom. It was around $70 per night. I will put the price down below. Okay, that is gonna have to do it. Going to end the video here, and so more coming from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, when I get some sleep. See ya.